just that reliable positive energy coming from that office always, and that patience, that just unfailing patience. And you know, there are people that are small and people that are just so large that they can just spread their arms wide and just invite people in. And Daniel's been that large person for his students, for his colleagues. I've always just felt so safe in your presence. You just have like a safety field around you. And I just see this as a transition, and we come alongside you right now, watching you sort of step over a little line. But for you, it's just a continuum of the next gorgeous thing God wants to say and do through your life, because you're so willing to be used. So I just want to sort of open up the floor, because I feel like other people might have things that they would like to say, and you're welcome to do so if you'd like to bless Daniel with a memory, a thought, a reflection.
Who wants to go after that?
I was gonna say no.
I'll quickly add to the always positivity emanating and patience emanating from his office. True, other than the last few months, because of what he's had to go through with his college, trying to get retired.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Almost every day he has a new story about the disastrous situation it is to try to retire.
But he kept his sense of humor.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did.
It was,
Well, Daniel was here, you two have been here by, I think, about 3 years. I left in August, and that's my 3rd year. And so he was here already, and so he was one of the first people I met. And when John said, well, let's walk over to Daniel's part, I said, he's still here? So it's just like he's, like you said, he's always been here, it seems. And it's gonna be strange next time.
And I'll just say one short thing. You are the kindest person that I've ever met.
Wow.
I second that. It's a gift to humanity.
Yeah.
You made good coffee too.
Oh, but he can't leave.
Good one. Yeah, who's gonna make the coffee?
And Donna, thank you for everything that you've done.
Yeah. It was a group effort. It's easy. Anyone else have any words you'd like to say?
I'll just say retirement today.
Yeah. You won't be.
You've earned it.
Edgar has something to
Yeah.
add.
Yeah, what I think is in terms, I mean, all these good things that he has done and what he's in, but in all my life, and I'm, you know, in the 70s and things like that, and I've been working in Spanish and English for all those years. Dan is the one person that, you know, who is you know, English, you know, that sort of thing, American, that I feel that I'm talking to a Spanish, you know, person, you know, that sort of thing. And I, you know, talk to him in Espanol siempre, because I thought that's the best way I can talk to him. Okay, that's the thing. But he's also a very great man and a great example for all of us in terms of his life and his commitment, you know, to the Lord. Right?
And I would like to say that you have been one fantastic mentor to me since I have come on. I really have appreciated it, and I've leaned on you the last 5 years. And when I was looking today at the, assigning the spring semester adjuncts and everything, and I didn't see your name listed on there already, it struck a chord, it got real. Not seeing your name on that next semester list. We're gonna miss you.
I thought I would start with just a few simple drive facts. Just to kind of set how long it has been, that Daniel's been here. So, when we go back to June 25th, 1990. Was the start date. The world population was 5.25 billion. The US minimum wage was $3.85 an hour. The average cost for a new car was $17,000. New house was $123,000. Gallon of gas cost $1.23, and this one is the one that really hurts. Ground beef was 89 cents a pound. And in 1990, Tim Berners-Lee published his plan to start developing this thing he was going to call the World Wide Web. You might have heard of it. That was 1990. Columbus State was a whole lot smaller. Only 3 years before that, it had been Columbus Technical Institute. Languages were part of the humanities department. There were grassy areas and parking lots, if you wonder where the parking lots went. They went for Nestor Hall, TL, Davidson, WD, the DX, and Mitchell Hall. None of those were here then. And that's what Daniel walked into when he started here. And when I started in 1997, he was the most wonderful guide and so encouraging and so supportive, and there was a department initiative at the time, I guess it was kind of a college initiative to make modules out of a lot of the courses that could, and so he and I worked on the curriculum for the Spanish modules, and like 5 week, they were 5 week modules, weren't they? And wrote the curriculum, piloted the classes, and then it stopped. Because that never happens here. But working with him on that curriculum was an absolute joy. And the creativity that he had in creating that, and in the creation of the interactive computer. Now again, we're looking at 1997 here, the interactive computer program he made called Puertas, that we would take the students to the computer lab. Students loved it. I mean, they absolutely loved it. It was helpful. It did a wonderful job. And then he continued with that creativity, and
It's still going on to this day.
And it's
because
still going on.
Everything that he's created over the past pandemic plus.
Yes.
For the new curriculum for Spanish 1101 and 1102, the students still love it.
Yes, the open educational resource that we have for Spanish 1101 and 1102, it's amazing. The videos that he did and put hours of work into are amazing. Possibly a little too real, because I did have a student tell me, she was writing it with a question, that her instructors were Professor Lott and Professor Chaney. Professor Noah Lott is one of the characters in the video. And it wasn't so much that a cartoon character. She thought that was real, but it was that she gave Daniel second place. but, he could never be second place. And I will miss you very much. I will miss you every day. I am extremely honored and blessed that I have had the chance to work with you, that I had the chance way back then, and that I got to come home and do it again now. And so, thank you so much.
There's cake!
Where is?
I thought you liked the one of you sitting in front of him.
I was 19, okay?
Well, if it's not too late, I'd like to say something. I didn't exactly work with Dan. I was a student of Dan's, and Jan Wagner got me into the class. And I was a French major in college, and so I said, oh, what? Spanish? Oh, come on, Claire, you'll enjoy it, you'll like it. And I didn't just learn Spanish. I learned about the Spanish culture and how they live and what they do, and the videos were great. And it ended up, my husband and I went to Spain then and toured around, and I don't know that we would ever have done that. I was always somebody that wanted to go to France, which we did frequently. So he was my professor, but he was also a friend. And I was never afraid of learning what he put in front of us. Well, there were a couple things, but I won't bring that up. So anyway, yes, I wanted to come here today, and I'm so glad I did, just to honor you and all that you've done for the school and for Spanish and for me. Thank you.
I just wanted to thank everyone. What's your number? One thing that most of you, maybe none of you really knows, I can get very emotional. And especially after hearing Tara speak that. Just about it. When I started here back in the Middle Ages, as Tara proved, when floppy disks were around, and they actually were floppy. And when the campus had the Statue of Columbus pointing out and there was nothing to block the view, you were seeing all of the city down there. And I remember I came for my first interview and I smelled this wonderful smell of pastries. And I thought, wow, this place has a great cafeteria. And I didn't know for a long time that it was the Wonder Bread. Cleveland Avenue, that took me a while. But when I came for that first interview, I came on a Coda bus. And I came walking from downtown. And on the way back, walking down Spring Street, I'm not gonna make it through this. Walking down Spring Street, this guy came up, this raggedy looking guy, street person or drunk or something, I don't know. And he looked me in the eye and he pointed at me. And he said, good things are coming your way. And I just got out of his way. It seemed sort of weird, you know. And then it was weeks and weeks and weeks of waiting to find out if I got this job. And you know what the hiring process is like in this place. And that's nothing new. But I finally got the job, and eventually I came here and I thought back about that. And I thought, why didn't I turn around to see if the guy was still there when he went past me, you know, because he was like a prophet. Good things have come my way. And lots of blessings. And a lot of them are sitting out right here. And I can just say I'm so thankful for so many people, so many blessings. This is a place where I've been able, like I mentioned, to do things, but it's only because I was given that chance and that freedom and the resources and good leadership. And I like to go on and mention every person, but I don't think I'm going to make it through all that, you can see. But I do want to mention that my biggest blessing is sitting right there. And I've often said, you know, nowadays, excuse me, I got one of those, but nowadays, many times couples will announce, we're pregnant. And I'm old school enough that that's still hard for me to wrap my mind around. You know? But I think it's a good expression. It says something good. And I told my wife Alicia, I said, we're retired. Not just me. And she has been so supportive. And you mentioned Professor Lott. You notice the character in those videos that she did all the voice for, and she spent hours and hours taping those voices, and for years she's been in the background helping me and putting up with me, because all that kind of stuff takes time away from your family. She's been so good. And she'd kill me if I made her come here. I won't, because I'm gonna live to enjoy my retirement. So I just wanted to point that out and thank you for all being a blessing. Thank you.